apologize on behalf of the Black community for their treatment towards your son's killer. And I can only hope that your child can rest in peace and that you can remember him as he was.
News that a tragedy took place in Texas a few weeks ago. Brother Carmelo Anthony defended himself in a state that has a stand your ground law, Texas. In a state that has a stand your ground law. In a state that freely allows people to walk around with guns without a license to carry. In a state that promotes the right to self-defense, a young brother exercised his God-given right to self-defense. He has to stand trial before a jury of his peers in Texas to see whether or not the act was done in self-defense or whether or not it was done in cold blood. I wasn't there. You wasn't there. I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. But what I do know is no young black boy who gets good grades in school, never been arrested, never been in trouble with the law, is going to take somebody's life just because he feels like it. Now, I've been studying psychology my whole life. I have 3 degrees in it, including the highest credential, which is a doctorate in clinical psychology. Nobody's going to convince me that this young man decided to take a life in broad daylight for no reason at all. I might have been born at night, but I wasn't born last night. But I want to say this to all you Africans on the internet who are apologizing to Caucasian Nation for what happened. What? I'm sorry to the family that they lost their loved one. I'm sorry to...
Shout out to Caucasian Nation.
The family that they lost their loved one. I make no jokes about it. No one should lose a child. Black, white, red, yellow, or brown. No one should lose a child. No one should lose a child. But I must say to Caucasian Nation, you take the life of black people on a daily basis without consequence. Police kill us on a daily basis without consequence. White men kill us on a daily basis without consequence. White women kill us on a daily basis without consequence.
Child, we getting taken out on a daily basis by everybody? Is that what's going on? Bueller? Is that what's going on? Lord have mercy. Maybe that's why they can't come out of the house over there in Chicago. Y'all remember that?
Look at all the black men murdered by their white female lovers. Look at all the black men murdered in this country by their white female lovers. Look at all the black people murdered by police every day in this country. Look at all the so-called vigilante justice. George Zimmerman pursued an unarmed Trayvon Martin and unalived him.
10 cents. 10 cents.
George Zimmerman pursued an unarmed Trayvon Martin and unalived him. Do we need to go down? What about all the mass killings of black people by Caucasians in this country? Dylan Roof is still alive and breathing. Dylan Roof is still alive and breathing. So to Caucasian Nation, it is very hypocritical for you to say black people need to feel for your loss, although we do, because we are the only human beings on this planet. According to your scientists, we are the only 100% organic, certified, real human beings on the earth. All other human beings have Neanderthal DNA except the African. But you want us to feel for your loss, but you didn't feel for us when Trayvon died. In fact, you gave money to Trayvon's killer. You gave money to Michael Brown's killer. You raised money for the people who unalived us.
Aren't there people giving money to Carmelo? Okay, I'm sorry. My bad.
And you want us to feel, listen, we are sorry. We don't delight in the loss of life because we are Africans, the only genetic human beings on this earth. But it is hypocritical for you to cry justice before the facts have been laid out when your people have been so guilty of unaliving our people. The double standard must stop. Y'all still doing documentaries on O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson was found innocent in a court of law, and y'all still doing documentaries on O.J. Simpson.
Leave O.J. alone.
Do you know why y'all still doing documentaries on O.J. Simpson? Because in your racist narcissism, you believe you have a right to take our lives.
Right.
And we don't have a right to take yours in self-defense. You believe
you have the right to take our lives, but we don't have the right to take yours in self-defense. Hold on. Let me back that on up. Say it again, sir. Say it again.
Do you know why y'all still doing documentaries on O.J. Simpson? Because in your racist narcissism, in your racist narcissism, you believe you have a right to take our lives. And we don't have a right to take yours in self-defense. You believe that you have a right to take our lives, but we don't have a right to take yours in self-defense. You believe that you have a right to take our lives, but we don't have to take yours in self-defense. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to tell you what I don't like. Their brother getting death threats, his family getting death threats, that's not right. Caucasian nation, when y'all unalive one of us, y'all tell us to be quiet, sit still, and let justice run its course. That's what
Caucasian nation, you hear Dr. Umar now. Listen up.
y'all tell us. Y'all told us that with Sonia Bland. Y'all told us that with Michael Brown. Y'all told us that with Sonia Massey. Y'all told us that with Amir Locke. Y'all told us that with Amar Arbery. Y'all told us that with Philando Castile. Y'all said, sit still, Negro Nation. Sit still, Africans, and let justice run its course. So I need somebody from Neanderthal Nation. Before I get into juicy,
Neanderthal Nation
is a little hungry, but I need somebody to explain to me. I need somebody to explain to me why black people have to wait on justice to run its course when we get murdered by Caucasians. But when one of us is, but when a Caucasian is unalived by one of us, it's okay for y'all to threaten us. It's okay for y'all to send death threats, racist language, racist mail, smear campaign, slander,
big
disrespect of every kind. Why is it okay for y'all to mistreat black people before justice has run its course in the courtroom? It's okay for y'all to do it, to mistreat us before we have had our day in court. But when y'all unalive one of us, we're supposed to wait.
But white people do it too. But white people do it too. So
these Aunt Jemimas will do anything and everything they can to protect these Pepperwoods. Yesterday, Messi Machon did a video finally on that Case and Allison story where he murdered a Hispanic man, young boy, I should say, 17-year-old, in a bathroom at school. Case and Allison brought a knife to school, premeditated, and killed that Hispanic boy. And Messi Machon covered it for a whole 8 minutes and never, not once, said that that white boy was wrong. Not once did she ask, why did he have a knife in school? Not once did she call that boy a killer. Not once did she say, oh, I feel sorry for the family. Umar Johnson was right. These coons and these Sambos and these Aunt Jemimas apologizing for that white boy. That's what they're doing. And Dr. Umar Johnson is correct. And then you can see the coons and the Sambos and the Aunt Jemimas in Missy Machon's chat. You motherfuckers gonna flock together. Aunt Jemimas of a feather gonna flock together. Sambos of a feather gonna flock together. Anyway, guys, man, it's a shame, man. I hate to see black people have so much self-loathing that they will do anything to protect the white man and forsake their own. Peace, everybody. Take care and be safe.